What is up, guys? How are y'all doing tonight?
What's up?
Cheers. Good. Cheers.
Cheers. Hey, somebody is off
No
duty,
call
right?
this week. No call.
Nice.
Got a long weekend for Easter coming up.
Yeah, and for some of us, it's going to be a pretty weekend. For some of us, it's going to be a little bit lesser. So we will be talking about that shortly.
Yeah.
How are you guys in the chat? What's your weekend looking like coming up here?
I wish my weekend was looking like today, dude. We got up to 83 today. Crazy.
Wow. We were down. We were down to 88 today.
I was just going to say the
We've
same
been
thing.
in the 90s the last couple days.
Jeez. What's up, Wild Game Pursuit?
All game, Pickle, Scully Nation,
What's up, gentlemen?
DZ. Got a gang in the chat already. Cool.
Right?
Cool.
I know a lot of people had a lot of great things happening this weekend because there was a ton of stuff flowing through the Discord server all weekend long. So a lot of people had a lot of fun. What's up, Cameron? Yeah, rain chances, and I feel you on that one. My apologies in advance, guys. I am under the weather today. I am suffering through.
Uh-oh. Got some allergies or?
I don't know if it's allergies or a cold or what. I just took all the medicines for all the things, and we'll see what works.
There you go.
Hey, Janet. Mr. Matthews, appreciate you coming saying hi.
Yep, Earl, good to see you here. Yeah, so we're going to talk about weather. Let's talk about, like, winter went out like a lion, right? It was all nasty. And then all of a sudden, we had like 2 or 3 days in a row down here in Texas in the 90s. It was like, wait a minute, what happened to, give us a few days of 70s and 80s, please.
Right? A little bit of spring.
Yeah, but right to the 90s. But now it's looking like, so today wasn't in the 90s. It was 88. Tomorrow the high is going to be around, I think, 70. And then the next 2 days is in the 60s for a high. And then the weekend, though, and there's a lot of rain and stuff going on. So there's a front coming through. But the weekend is now looking back up in the 70s with some clouds and sun, but no rain. So I'm willing to sacrifice, Thursday and Friday if the weather gods will give us a decent Saturday and Sunday. So I'm down for that.
Yeah, we actually had frost Saturday and Sunday morning both.
Oh, shit.
And then it was up in like 83 today. It's like, what? From
And
one extreme to the other.
You live in Wisconsin, right?
Yeah, really? No, they've got a foot of snow.
Oh, my God.
No, I don't know if Wisconsin does. I saw where the Dakotas had a foot of snow.
Yeah.
And
This has been a weird year.
Yeah.
I think March 31st, it was the latest that, where's Weekend Warrior at? He's up there in Minnesota?
I think so, yeah.
It was the latest they'd ever had over 12 inches of snow on the ground.
Man.
It's the poles are switching over. It's because the core stopped spinning and global warming and
All that stuff.
yep, all the stuff is just happening now.
Earl Matthew, there's a bunch of oak pollen in the air. Man, there's been a bunch of oak pollen in the air for a month down here. It's been ridiculous. You go outside, your car is green or yellow. You wash it. 2 days later, it's green or yellow again. It's like, good Lord. The boat is horrible looking, but right now it's like, I'm fixing stuff. I'm not washing it right now. So it's looking bad. I got leaves piled this high inside the boat. It's ridiculous.
Yes. We haven't made it to the oak pollen yet.
Oof, we are.
That one, I got this acidic tree by my driveway that's massive, and it's the shadiest thing in the yard, so I like that. But it's got these real abrasive leaves, and it spits. And you get it, so that spit, it like you can feel it in August in particular. You stand under this tree and you can feel it just dripping, and it's not water that it's dripping. It's going to be like a sap thing. Huh. So you have the oak pollen piling up on top of my already destroyed Silverado. and then that thing dripping all over. Just my truck looks like crap.
That's
right
probably
now.
good for the Silverado. Probably holds it together.
Right. Yeah. You're right about that. It probably does help kind of seal it all in.
You're right. So Brad says they're going to get storms all day tomorrow in Michigan. What are the temps like up there, Brad?
Windy here too, for sure. Yeah, Scully.
Yeah, it's spring. We always get wind in the spring.
Looking like it's going to. So we were talking about all the weather and stuff like that. Padre Island looks like it's going to be really pretty on Friday and Saturday. I plan on being out there. It's Rich's birthday. We're going to go stay on the island. Easter celebrated out there, and I'm hoping. I'm crossing my fingers and hoping to be able to get wet. Maybe I can do a little snorkeling.
Nice. Oh, Pickle, I'm jealous, man. Love smelting. Haven't done it since the 80s when I was in Michigan, early 80s.
Oh, please do
the area we used to do
that.
it. They just don't do it anymore.
I would love to
They're
see
not there.
smelting.
That's cool, though.
Mm-hmm.
You can go up in the UP still. They smelt up there still, but not down. Pretty much none in the Lower Peninsula.
Oh, I know. I'm right there, Brad. I know. I've been right there for so long that I'm just like, I don't even care anymore.
I didn't realize that.
So I haven't shared it out yet. Let me share it out.
3 months ago, I was like, oh, I should do a thing. I should do some kind of push. And now I'm just like at the end of like that road. And I'm just, whatever.
You got to eat something gruesome. You know the deal.
I've been sitting on 5K for like 3 months. I don't want to eat anything gruesome for that. We come up with some kind of interesting milestone to beat. Then I'm all about it. I'll eat something gross. I will. But we gotta there has to be like some kind of journey for it, It's got to be like a team event.
You don't want to just do it by yourself. I get it. It's
Yeah,
not
just
as
for the
fun
sake-
by
take all
yourself
the fun.
either.
Yeah.
I think it's funny watching you do it without me having to do it.
Oh, sorry. Is that a challenge that the three of us need to get something to eat on live stream?
No,
Right. Oh,
Nope.
I like the sound of that.
I'm not achieving any levels right now, so no. Yeah, look here. Hey, when I hit 5,000, I'll eat something weird too. Good luck.
Will it be like the maple branded bacon?
Yes, you still remember that.
I remember that. So I got a chip on my shoulder. We were all eating. He's eating worms, and Darren's taking down minnows, and I did a jellyfish, and John does bacon.
I took one for the team. I had to eat that horrible bacon.
Reaper ceviche with piggy perch. That sounds
Ooh.
freaking awesome.
That sounds like a good one.
That
With
does
Reaper
sound
peppers
good.
in it? Oh, yeah. Wow.
Dude,
I like
send me some Reaper ceviche. I will do. I'll do that just for the heck of it. I'll do that just as a collaboration video. That didn't have to be a milestone.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. I'd like to watch that.
Hey, Brad, I appreciate that. I had a channel review today from we were doing it with two buddies, like practice channel reviews with a couple different channels. And one of the things I got told was that the views that I get are nowhere near what they should be for my subscriber count. Like I did a bunch of like sub for sub kind of stuff. And there's a lot of reasons. I mean, it's fishing, So in the wintertime, I get 0 views. And there's no fishing I can do, so I can't put out as many videos. So I have all the excuses in the world. But I can either explain this or just suck it up and I'll do better. What am I going to say?
Have you already noticed?
Thank you.
I've noticed in starting in early March, my channel's starting to go back up again. More views.
Yeah, it's starting to come back up now.
More everything. It's weird. It's like October-ish it starts. And then
it's
down.
long hauls.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden
months
March,
on end.
here it comes back up. It's weird.
It's not even an algorithm thing. It's just people's viewing habits. In the wintertime, they're just not into it. I'm not either.
If you had a rounded, we, I, me, any of us had a well-rounded channel that, for the most part, some people can hunt all year, some people can fish all year. But most people think of fishing, April through September, and then hunting October through, February or March. So if you had that channel where you could put as many fishing videos out in that summer, spring to fall time, and then fall through winter time, put out hunting videos, you probably wouldn't see as big a lull as we do. But we're just not doing the hunting.
I 100,000% agree with that. At the same time, I think even if you were doing that, I think you still see a little bit of a lull. I hear so many complaints from every YouTuber, like in December, they're in January. Yep. It's the end of the world every Christmas time.
YouTube's out to get us. They're not showing our videos
they hate
anymore.
Us. Yep. Yeah, they're not sharing us out anymore.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but it's just people. It's not me. I mean, I watch more YouTube than I do TV. I am an avid watcher of YouTube. I mean, if I can watch it all day, I will. And not TV. But it just seems like that wintertime, people just, for whatever reason, don't watch as much.
So if they ban TikTok, that ought to help YouTube out.
Well, that might help the shorts, but you think of the audience on TikTok, and I TikTok, right? So I'm not talking bad about anybody, but they're those quick, let me watch for a minute or so and then move on to something else.
Oh, I gotta say, let it burn. It can all burn.
Don't be so mean. I enjoy watching it too.
It's addicting. I can't say that. I think the Chinese government enjoys watching you as much as you enjoy watching them TikTok. So
yeah, I mean, if they want to know about great white boats, and I'm fine with them watching it.
True.
I'm not spilling any state secrets on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Scully, I don't know that I could do the stupid hot peppers. I might die.
I've never tried any of those. I don't know the first thing about them.
That should be Stanley's challenge. He's always done like eating fish things, and let's give him something completely out of the realm. Some of my favorite videos to watch is people, this one chip challenge ain't nothing. I'll eat that one chip. They put that thing in their mouth, and a minute later, these big tough guys are tearing up. And they're like, oh.
I gotta say, I have the perfect mix of like I can handle hot, I can handle jalapenos, but I can't handle like really, really hot. I can just handle really hot, not super hot. Yeah. But I also have that. It's a great combination of being able to handle hot, but not ultra hot, and the stupidity just enough to think I can handle the ultra hot. I'd make it's a perfect combination to do something.
I don't know why I feel this way, but I feel like you and Peter need to do that together.
I can get him in on this. He'd love it.
Definitely. That would be a great video.
Yeah.
Very enjoyable.
Yeah, I can eat jalapenos, but I've had some hot jalapenos, but I don't think that's anything compared to a Reaper or a chocolate, whatever it was.
No.
I did so back before I was doing YouTube, I was in a band with some buddies down here, and we had a radio spot that we did. And so outside the radio station, they were doing one of those hot wing thing competitions, whatever, where people were eating the hot wings. And so being in a band and doing like a promo deal where we're trying to like sell the thing that whatever concert we got going on at the time. So they got that whole deal going. I couldn't get in on it. All the entries were already there. And I was like, oh, no problem. Can I just try it? And they're like, yeah. And they handed me one of the little paper boats that they put the wings in so you can get your wings. And I was like, awesome, thanks. And I just dipped it into the sauce and drank it. Like I am a badass. Just drink it straight down. And everybody's like, oh my God. And yeah, it did exactly what it needed to do. I took another drink. This is pretty good, but you should go hotter next time. And then I walked away. And I have never thrown up so hard. Like I almost passed out. It was so bad. But it was around the corner. Nobody saw that part. All of the stuff like on the radio and everything else, they just saw me take the big like scoop of it and drink it down. I did another one. I did what I needed to do, and then I suffered back out of sight.
In private. No, I think it needs to not only be you and Peter together, but it needs to be on a live stream with someone else
where we can
filming you as we're all watching it happen.
You're right about that.
Man, that would crush it. And Scully Nation too. Scully, if you want to do something crazy like that, maybe we'll bring you on here, right, as a guest on the show, and then we'll highlight, make you the big picture, and let you eat something hot like that, and we'll get to enjoy the reaction.
You talk about liking pickle juice in your beer. We take I like to haul out jalapenos, and we do like martinis and jalapenos. This sounds fun. We need to. I'm particularly interested in this ceviche we were talking about. That sounds really good to me.
Spicy ceviche.
Spicy.
I don't know how we got to the point of like just eating like a hot pepper or something. I really don't want to do that. I wanted the ceviche.
Because that's more enjoyable to watch for the fans. You enjoying a nice thing of ceviche is not fun to watch.
It's more on brand, I think, especially with Scully. Like, I'm trying to convince Scully to send me some of that ceviche because I know he's got some good redfish or something back in the freezer.
And I will say, I like hot food probably like Grant says, where there's jalapeno in there, maybe some habanero, whatever. But these challenges, the one chip challenge, all that crap, I know better. I know what my stomach will do to me. I'm at an age where I can't afford that suffering, so I'll leave that to you young guys.
Right. Got me wanting to look on Amazon to see what they sell now. For a pot. I know there's a hot gummy bear. I know everything's spicy. He eats some crazy stuff. A lot of their stuff is like a sauce. A sauce somebody's concocted.
And there's that one YouTube channel, I don't know if it's just YouTube, maybe it's TV2, where the host has like The Rock or somebody there with them.
Yeah.
Kind of interviewing them as they're eating hotter and hotter wings. Yeah.
All of the interviews are just like them eating hot stuff.
Yeah.
While they
I love it.
Yeah, that's good.
So yeah, I think we need a night where we have some guests, and some kind of challenge. Somehow we get them all the same, whatever it is, one chip challenge, whatever it is, and then we go live, and they start the challenge, and then we, consume that as viewers.
I'm game. I am in on this.
That would be good, I think.
It would be good, yeah. That kind of plays into it. I'm not going to talk about it here now, but it does kind of play into some another idea that I kind of had. I was working on right now. An idea I actually failed at this weekend, but I plan on continuing. So, we're right here.
So Scully Nason sounded like he got hardcore gut because he's saying he's done all the chip challenges. He says the Devil's Toe, which I thought was a candy, like a sucker. He only made 6 minutes. I think most people don't make the 5. I think usually the 5 minutes is kind of the standard. You got to make 5 minutes without drinking anything and all that.
The hot ones. That's what it is.
Hot ones, yeah. That is.
Anybody tried the Little Nitro, the world's hottest gummy bear?
Not me.
900 times hotter than a jalapeno.
Wow.
Does
it say the Scoville level on it?
Whole lot of note from me.
9 million.
9 million. Wow.
9 million. $7 on Amazon.
A lot of note from me.
I was gonna say,
I enjoy watching people do this and suffer themselves, make themselves suffer for us.
I'm not familiar with.
I can't hang with it.
He says it's a sucker, dude. It makes you want to die.
Yeah. So it's like a candy on a stick, a sucker. It's called the Devil's. Yeah.
We should all send each other stuff for this. Like, I'm down here in South Texas. We've got those little lollipops that have like the cricket or the scorpion or something in it. I wish they had that with some kind of really hot stuff. That would be excellent.
Yeah.
What's up, Mark J. Larson and Danny?
Hey, Mark, I watched his video today. He almost got attacked by a damn 61-pound beaver.
Yeah, I wish he would have pulled it out on the bank and wrestled the thing instead of.
That would have he would have got more views, especially if he got chomped, which is horrible to say.
Dude,
that's a big beaver. He pulled that thing up, and all of a sudden it starts reacting. He's like, "Oh shit, it's back in the water. It's not dead yet." That was awesome.
Yeah, there are times. I'm sorry, man. There are times where you have to suck it up and take one for the team. And you're going to have to drag them up on the bank and wrestle them. You got to get the shot.
Yeah, wrestle the beaver. You got to choke them out.
Yeah. And then you got to ask people to subscribe while you're doing it.
Yeah.
Right. Subscribe. I'm dead. Oh, there went my fingers.
You got a bunch of fingers, though. You know, what's it worth? So the season ended Friday. All right. Well, you had a pretty awesome season, like 3 or 4 different first-time traps, I think, right? So,
Yep.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yep.
Maybe not got as many coyotes as you did last year, because I know last year you had a stellar
tearing it up
coyote
on the
year,
coyotes.
but man, you mixed it up with the otters and everything this year.
Yeah, I think the badger is probably my favorite. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I would, I was going to say I'd like to have a badger mounted, but I would take an otter and a beaver as well.
I was suggesting, and he said he'd do it. We were talking about all this stuff just a minute ago. I was suggesting I want to see a catch and cook on this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because you probably got a lot of people in the background thinking, well, what do you do with it? Ew. So, yeah, we eat it.
Yeah,
Rear naked chokehold, that's right. I was filming my dad checking this beaver trap 2 weeks ago, Mark, and he had one, but only had that by the foot in the trap. It didn't drown. Yeah. I don't know why Mark's didn't drown, because it looked like it was fully underwater. You can explain that to us. It must have been fresh.
I think it was shallow.
Was it shallow water?
Yeah, it looked like it was only like ankle deep on Mark.
Yeah.
He's got another one coming out too. Nice.
No,
Catch and cook.
Be the best one. That must be the one where he fights one toe to toe, mono beaver.
Right.
Him and the beaver toe to toe. Man, spring has sprung, has it not? I mean, I know some of you folks are still getting some really cold weather and all that, but yeah, there's some hunting. You can go hunt some hogs still, and you can do exotics, but it's fishing time. It's time for us all to get out there and start doing that fish. It's time for Grant McIntosh.
Yes,
to
it
catch
is.
his first fish of 2023. That's what it's time for. Now, I know in 2 weeks, I think it's 2 weeks, I'm going to be down at Texas coast surf fishing with the wife, and we're going to catch fish. I guarantee it. Might be hard hits, but we're going to catch fish. I guarantee it. So, Stanley, look, talk to Grant, all right? Give him some motivational speeches.
You want some motivational stuff?
If I catch fish on this trip and he still hasn't caught a fish, man, it's done. It's done. He's down for the count.
Here's my motivational piece on this one. That was my weekend.
Very good.
That was Saturday for me.
Come down to Texas to catch another fish. Well, then come on down to Texas to catch another fish. You know what I mean?
So was that one of those like Danny does, catches them too big that you have to throw them back because they're over the limit?
Yeah, I had the option of tagging this.
Yeah.
And I had filmed my video, and I was like, it was the first cast, honestly, on this one, and maybe in the video I might not reveal that this was the first cast because I filmed it kind of backwards. But I caught him on the first cast, so I was caught a little bit off guard. And I was supposed to have Rich, and I was supposed to have Nick was out there with me, and neither one of them were there yet. Like, I caught this all on my own before they even got there. And so I was like, well, I got him right off the bat. I don't even have ice in my ice chest. And I was like, you know what? I want to be on camera releasing this guy so that the next time if I tag one and I keep it and somebody chews me out for it, I could be like, dude, I release him. You got no ground to argue with me on this. Exactly. So now I've released one, and I don't feel bad about keeping them now.
Hey, and you know what's funny is the tag is a little piece of paper you got to cut out of your license and cut out the date and write the county and put it around their tail with wire or fish line, whatever. But I just seen a message from Texas Parks and Wildlife, something about those people with digital fishing license, which I buy mine online. It's on my phone, but I also get a hard copy mailed to me. You can digitally tag your redfish. And I'm like, I should have read the article and brought it to you guys, but how do you digitally tag a fish? I don't know.
That's a video.
Yeah, yes. And you know who didn't beat us to that one? Who's always telling us all the new rules and stuff with Texas Parks and Wildlife?
Well, I was going to say Thresher, but who's...
No. and they're not here tonight, but he's on your wall of fame. They are.
Ben?
No.
Who's the one always throwing out the rules?
Come on.
It's somebody I'm
They
ignoring.
beat you to the large tuna. They beat us to the blob coming through the coast.
Oh, yeah, Ben. we go fishing. Yes, you're right. We can beat him to that one. You're right. And he does that on purpose, too.
He does. You got to do it short because that's how he beats us. He didn't get to tell the whole story. He does it in a little short, just like, I'm first. We got you this time. Since he's not here watching tonight, we can talk about it. Unless he's watching and not commenting, then we're in trouble.
Yeah, but regardless, I don't see him in the chat here right now. So, yeah, this is going to be where we are going to make a concerted effort to beat Ben to the punch on a new thing. And we're going to mention that in the video. Got you, Ben.
Yeah. And Janet's saying, by the way, Grant, let's go. Let's go. She's ready to go to the coast. Bring it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be there in 2 weeks. Come on
down. Do it. But also, I mean, get out there, get some crappie. I'm excited about seeing the fishing that you guys do up there.
Oh, yeah, out there in that John boat. Because I'm still waiting for Senior Stanley to get that drop the dime, the cash on that little motor, so he can get on his boat and get out there and catch some fish on the boat.
I've got that motor saved in my cart on Amazon. You know how ridiculous I am about this? You know how stupid I am trying to be frugal? I found the motor on Amazon. I was ready to make the purchase. I had it on there, and I'm looking through the pictures, and they got pictures of this motor. It's an 18 horsepower, so it's fine. But it's they got it on an inflatable. And I was like, no, mine's a John boat. It's not inflatable. So I went and found the exact same motor from the exact same brand, and I had to find the one that had pictures of it on a not inflatable boat, and that's the one I saved to my cart. And I'm giving myself crap the whole time, like I'm an idiot. Why am I doing this? Why am I forced? What? You know what I mean? Like I'm fighting my own OCD on this stupid thing.
Just drop it.
It's there. It's in the cart.
Just get it.
Nice.
Come on. Jan says, then you two need to come here. All right.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Look, I don't want to go there and catch all Grant's crappie. Right?
Catch all his fish for him.
Grant's like, these mofos are talking too much.
Hey, we can talk and laugh about that, but we've both seen how hardcore Grant is when he's fishing. We know that's not going to happen.
Yeah, you both. To me, it's like, 1 o'clock. It's raining a little bit. I'm done. And then 10 hours later, those two are like, okay, we're ready to quit. So, yeah, that's for sure.
No, hopefully, I can tell you guys next Tuesday. I caught my first fish.
Well, hopefully.
I should get the chance. It's supposed to be nice here this weekend, at least not freezing, not a frost in the mornings.
Janet's going to catch all the fish. Get them, Janet.
Going Friday, Rick. Okay.
Dan says, I hate using the tag. It means I couldn't revive a big one. I feel like I'm going to release them. I'm not big on that. And I think it was Scully said a minute ago, the big ones, they got worms, and they do. That's an issue that I contend with. But every couple of I have tagged 2 in my life.
I tagged 1, and it was delicious.
Yeah, we ate them both when I tagged them. We cut out the worms. It didn't. They weren't just littered with them. We just cut out the seconds that had them. Every now and then, though, I mean, those guys are all over the place. They're heavily regulated. Keeping one every couple of years. I'm not hurting the populations with it. I'm comfortable and I feel the need to defend myself on that, but I also feel the need to defend myself after a good release. I don't know.
Look, legal is legal.
Yeah, Mark, we didn't get any storms. They had been telling us all week that we were going to get some today, but it all went north of us.
I was going to say, anybody else here in the chat going to be dealing with that? I heard it was going to be pretty bad.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but we're getting something Thursday and Friday, I guess.
Yeah, perfection over the weekend is what we're getting.
Yeah, well, like I said earlier, I'm willing to sacrifice Thursday and Friday for a nice Saturday and Sunday, even though it's my Friday off. So I'll be sacrificing my Friday off so that Stanley can go to the beach and fish. You're welcome, Stanley.
Come on down, man. It's going to be a pretty one. It's going to be crowded. I'm talking about going to Mansfield, though. I'm talking about making the 60-mile trek down the beach.
Yeah, that's true.
You guys camping out, staying the night on the beach?
No, can't get the family to sign off on that one. But and that can be kind of dangerous. If somebody was going to sneak into the country, that is an excellent place to do it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, if you're going to go down there, it's best to have numbers or have some friends like Smith and Wesson with you,
Right.
Yeah. So I wouldn't take them camping out there, but we'd go out there for a full day of it and then just drive home at night.
Yeah. Yeah. So that weekend, it's 21st, 22nd of April, somewhere in there. We got a little condo right there on Padre Island. So first day, like normal, we get there about midday. We're just going down by Bob Hall Pier and fish that afternoon, evening until we want to go get something to eat. And then weather reports look good. Saturday morning, we'll get up early and shoot down Padre Island National Seashore. That's what I really want to do. I just want good weather.
Yeah.
Get down the maybe 30 miles, big shell area, and just put some rods out and see what happens.
That would be my goal. That would be the best if we get down to like Big Shell.
Oh, well, Japan's in the house. How you doing?
What's up, man?
Japan.
Still traveling?
Yeah, is he still in Taiwan?
We got pictures of that trip coming up here in just a minute.
So I missed pictures on the Discord this week. I slacked on looking.
It's been a hectic week. I can say that every week. I'm getting tired of saying that, but I have not had the opportunity to spend as much time in there as I would have liked.
Yeah, I didn't.
It was an active week, though.
I don't think I popped in this week. You remember last week's show? I was saying, hey, this next weekend is not going to be boat weekend.
Yep.
Because I got we did bathroom. Well, I got a lot of the trim work done in the bathroom. Happy about that. And then Sunday, I actually got out there and did work on the boat. So I pulled both the trim tabs off. I'm grinding this old primer rust crap that was on them that got all in the boat and got water in there. I'm grinding all that out, cleaning up the boat, and then I'll reinstall those bad boys. And I got some other things to do before I take it to the coast. But man, I can feel it. We're getting so close.
I'm right behind you, man. I totally feel you. I've got that boat motor in the cart on Amazon right now. So close. It's not the one for the inflatable.
See,
it's the exact same 18 horsepower, but not for an inflatable.
If you're like me, not only that, but you've already picked out, if you don't have it, the gas tank you're going to use, the battery, how you're going to charge the battery, all the detail. That's what my brain goes into. All the stuff behind the actual getting to go and do. That's what my brain does. It drives.
I have put a lot, like years of thought into, exactly how I want to put a deck on that thing because I like standing up. I want to walk around. I don't like sitting down when I'm fishing. It's uncomfortable.
LEDs on it, so nighttime you can go out there and pass them.
Yeah, I want one of them little you see it like whatever Thresher's boat has it where he's got that little bar that he can hold on to.
Yep.
I kind of want something like that.
Yep. Nice.
So yeah, got all kinds of plans.
Yeah.
Now Rachel's got plans too. I have no idea how our plans are going to intersect. She wanted to do this is her actual pet project, and she wanted to do an entire YouTube channel dedicated to her redoing this boat. I had to argue with her saying, "Why are we going to do that? That's dumb. We have a YouTube channel. Put it on that YouTube channel. This is a whole series that I want on here. I'm all about it." And she's like, no. I want to do my own channel. I want to do my own. I'm like, no, seriously, come on. This is good stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, when you bring two thought lines together, that's how we went from a 26-foot or so boat to a 28-foot walk around. You know what I mean? You know what
exactly.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Got to make everybody happy.
Yeah, I want to say, I don't remember now because this is actually an old boat. We've had it since the 90s. But I want to say it's a 14-foot, and I'm putting an 18 on it. Because I want to be able to haul 3 people offshore.
Man, you know what that would be perfect for? white bass run on the Nueces River.
I need
Haul it
someone
up
to
there
teach
to
me.
59 Bridge and drop it in and just troll rattle traps. Man, that's a perfect boat for that.
That's it.
Yep.
Yeah. Because that's high on my bug. That's one of the things that I need to open up. I don't do any freshwater. Like I don't know the first thing about it, and I've got Mathis or whatever, Corpus Christi Lake over in Mathis.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know anything about it. I'm excited to learn. Like we've got the Nueces River and stuff.
That's a perfect river boat.
Mhm. I think I'll mostly be on the jetty early this season. I'm hoping to get out there. The jetty has been packed. I'm hoping to get wet. I'm hoping to get in the water. I got a couple of tarpon last year. I couldn't keep them on the hook.
Did they get that barge out of the way now? I heard something about they got the barge, the sand, and they were like just a day away from opening everything up. So did they open it up?
I believe it's open now. They got that barge out of there, and it's open now.
Cool. That'll help because before that they had the whole South Jetty shut, right? So everybody was on the north. We're talking about Packery. Everybody was on the North Jetty. So, man, I could imagine how crowded it was.
Dude, you guys up north, Grant, when you go out, I have noticed a thing. I don't know, like it definitely has something to do with the pandemic. And I'm not like trying to like knock anybody here or anything because we're all in the same boat. But all of a sudden now, when I go out there on the jetty, there are 50 YouTube channels. Like I am not even kidding. Everyone's a YouTuber out there.
Yeah.
Do y'all have that up there when you're going out to like the pier or anywhere? Y'all see that?
I don't know of many other YouTubers. There's Wren Lake. It's about an hour north of us, a little over an hour. There's a TikToker I'll watch live on Wren Lake. But other than that, I don't know of any other locals.
I think it's even not just YouTube. I'll watch these guys in other states on ponds and rivers and lakes, and they'll be fishing, and there's nobody near them, and it's like they got most of the place to themselves. You will not find that in the state of Texas. If it is a public body of water, there are people all over it. I don't know what it is about Texas, but everybody in Texas loves to fish or be on the water. So you can't find a public piece of water. That's why I think Penns is so special. Is you can drive far enough down Penns to where you'll
mile to yourself
driving by, but you look left and right, and you don't see people set up right around you. That's the thing I love about Penns.
I was out there when I caught that redfish, and a guy pulled up next to me and saw me filming. And he's like, "Hey, you do YouTube? What's your YouTube channel?" And you know, I was real cool. I was like, "Yeah, hey, you know," told him the channel stuff. And I was like, "You gonna be doing some fishing?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm coming out here to do some fishing." I was like, "Well, man, you can fish next to me. This is a good spot. I'm catching fish. Come join me." And so he pulled up, and he pulls out a camera, and he was doing a Facebook thing. And you're right about that. It's not all just YouTube. Maybe YouTube is just like for the older guys or something, but everybody's doing like TikTok and Instagram Reels and some kind of social media thing. Yeah. Like it's like if you're not catching it on camera, you're not catching it.
Yeah, you didn't do it.
Yeah. For electronics, I'm gonna get not live scope. What I need is some kind of GPS. Yeah. I need a GPS and I need a fish finder.
Yeah, I would get a simple like Lowrance Hook 2 or something. Yeah. So they got the map for you, and they got the fish finder for you. Especially, you're going to be doing a lot of shallow water stuff. So side imaging, you know, if you're in real shallow water, side imaging doesn't do you no good, anyways. So
and that's half the battle too. Is I need to get into the flats. That's something I need to learn, and that's the purpose of this. And the other thing I want to do is I want to be able to launch off the beach and go to those inshore oil rigs and fish those on a calm day. And so I need a fish finder for that, just to find. Sometimes the schools like to hide out. I'm letting a secret out, whatever. Sometimes they like to hang out on the lee side, like the down current side of the rig. But sometimes they like to be up current, and I want to know. Yeah, I want to be able to see what they're doing.
Yeah, and that, especially in the shallow water, that mapping capability is important because, man, when we first went down there in my boat, we're look at all this water. It's as water as far as you can see, and then you realize Corpus Christi Bay, for example, a whole bunch of that is like 1 or 2 foot deep water. You go
Yeah.
racing in there with your boat that needs 2 foot. You start hitting your skag. You start hitting your prop, trolling motor. If you're using it, gets hit. I learned the lessons real quick. Is there's a whole bunch of water, but you better look at your system and understand, what the depths are, because that's what's important out there. Yeah, Wild Japan, they make fish finders with GPS. Yeah, any Lowrance, Humminbird, Simrad, Garmin, they all make them.
Hey, buddy. My cat wants attention over here.
Canoe.
Yeah, dude, I haven't been to Hazel Bazemore in years. I actually caught a white bass there when I was like 12, and I didn't even know what I had. My dad was all excited. He's the one that knew and identified it and everything else. But I haven't even seen one since. So, Garmin Striker 4. I'll be mindful of that. I'm gonna have some electronics and stuff on it.
Yeah,
For one of the reasons too is like going out to Sammy Dam, that set of rigs outside of Bob Hall. There's like 4 of them, and I want to pull up to the rig and know, is there a big school? Is there bait working beneath me? Is there a big school of spades, or am I at an empty rig and I need to move on? I want to know that real fast.
Yeah. And a lot of people go on these fish forums and, hey, what's the best graph for this and that? And the same advice is given every time. Go to Bass Pro Shop or Cabela's, someplace like that. They've got them out there. They've got them running, and you can go out there and actually compare them, talk to these. Sometimes they're experts. Sometimes they're just Bob who just got a job and don't know shit. But a lot of times they're folks who know what they're talking about. But just compare them. And like for me, my first boat had an Eagle, which was made by Lowrance back then. And then I went to Lowrance. And so I've always used Lowrance. So it's intuitive for me, where Humminbird was kind of the competitor in the freshwater. And that was foreign to me how it operated. So I was like, well, they're almost apple to apple equal type because, well, they came out with something new. Well, then Lowrance comes out with something new. So I kind of just stick with, so now with the offshore, I've always wanted Simrad. Simrad and Lowrance are owned by the same company. So the Simrad, it is different, but it's still somewhat intuitive to me how to operate it like I did my Lowrance. So that's important. That's as important as the graph itself, because all of them make good graphs. It's just what's easiest for you to, what do you understand and how do you work it? That's important.
Yep.
Yeah. So getting to where you want to go and getting back to the dock are pretty important.
Yeah, very important.
Yeah, exactly.
You never know weather, conditions; those things can play a role in how well you can. Hey, now it's foggy. I've been out on a little small lake, ironic, in the fog without a GPS, and we found ourselves driving in circles. And all of a sudden, there's shore right in front of us. We thought we were going in a straight line, but we weren't. So yeah, that's where GPS or something like that comes in.
Man,
and
you want to
track you. So you'll have a line that you traveled. So very worst, follow that line right back where you came from.
Hey, what's up, Dark Soldier? Appreciate you coming hanging out, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking about getting confused and stuff like that when you're traveling and stuff. A perfect example of that is just coming into Port Aransas. Like a lot of people make the mistake of they put this like Port Aransas, the marina, as the waypoint on their GPS for when they're coming in. That is a huge mistake. Put the end of the jetties.
Yeah.
Because on any, like if you go offshore, unless you're going, even if you're headed like straight out, you're going to run yourself into that jetty, or into heavy surf that's wrapping around that jetty or something. If you're not paying attention and you've got yourself headed on a beeline from any one of those rigs to Port Aransas instead of the end of the jetty, it's real confusing.
I always use trails, so it's got a line on the graph showing where you came from, and you can follow that back at the very least if you can't see anything.
I like the way I like to follow the waypoints, but yeah, I agree with you. I like the trails. I like the trails so that way I can go to the inshore rigs and I can mark a trail around the rig a bunch of times and then turn it off and go into federal water. I won't go any further than that.
Oh, good Lord. Let me get my number. Where's that 1-800-GAME?
I got jokes. Hey, what do y'all say? It's that time. We got a couple of questions and stuff from Discord server. What do y'all say we take a look at that?
Yeah, I think we should.
It is that time. And we had a couple of questions too. People needed some answers on stuff. G Lama says, I was at he says tip shop. I think that's like a secondhand shop, it's like a pawn shop. Found an outboard motor. Don't get me started on that, John. He found an outboard motor for about $70 US. Looks a little faded. It's an Evinrude. He believes it's like a 10 horsepower, probably like a 2-stroke. $70 at a pawn shop. Yay or nay, guys? What's the thought?
It sucks that you can't test it. I mean, hell, come back to the pawn shop with a bucket and some water and a battery. Stick that sucker in the bucket, hook the battery to it, and see if she'll start up and run. That's the best I got for it, because that could be a killer deal. Or if it's, I mean, are the parts worth $70 if it's not running?
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same. I'm under the same thing. Like, get it to where you can have a deal on there where you can return it in 2 weeks. Is necessary. If it doesn't work, something along those lines, a money back guarantee or something.
Yeah,
that was kind of my sentiment with it.
I mean, $70. If you're at a point where you can throw down 70 and it won't break your heart if you wasted it, then maybe it is worth it. It's just, that's more of a up to you type thing. Are you willing to walk up to a trash can and throw $70 in it and walk away?
Yeah,
that's what you might be doing, or you might be buying a gem. Who knows?
Yeah.
Nobody in the chat's even speaking. They're like, shh.
Yeah, it's pretty much. I mean, that's a pretty much understood kind of deal. $70 could be worth it just to try. I agree.
Yeah. It depends on how you feel about $70.
If it sounds too good to be true, very true.
What are the laws on hunting birds and small mammals in England? All right, let me sit back and shut up.
I don't think anyone's going to be able to answer that here. However, we do all know how to point you in the right direction. You need to look into your local wildlife preservation or wildlife, like your national parks services.
Yeah. If it's legal there or not, there's got to be some kind of government entity that tells you. So. Yeah, that's where you got to start. Look at England.gov and then go from there, I guess. Because I don't know how England's broken down. Are you in a principality or whatever? I don't know. So yeah, I can't help you much. But Stanley's right. Just start Googling. Google is your friend.
You did smart by coming to the Discord and looking for advice and doing and whatnot. What you're looking for, though, is a little bit more specific to exactly where you are, and the laws can vary between different areas in the country. So you need to go and look up the specifics for your area. Go to your local outfitter and wherever they sell like tackle, and talk to the tackle guy. At the very least, he can point you in the right direction.
That's a good advice. And Mr. Rick, back on the last one, saying pull the rope on that motor and just make sure it's not locked up. That's really good advice.
Yep.
Because that's one bad thing. If it's locked up, it's like walk away time. It still might not run even if you pull the rope and it's not locked up, but being locked up is a bad thing.
Danny, I know what you're talking about. So yeah, they're pretty restrictive on guns in England, but I think they allow like shotguns or something.
Maybe bow and arrow. Shoot, I don't know.
Archery for sure. Air guns, slingshots. I know that they have, because they like to do like fox hunting and stuff over there.
Yeah. First thing I recommend is having. Wait, that messed me up. Gun Smith, check what out? And that's not a question. That's an answer to something.
Man, Sweet Bean, I apologize. Yeah, your question came out. You had multiple posts of it, and I grabbed the wrong one. I'm sorry about that. We'll get back to this one next week.
Good advice, whatever you're talking about.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Wild Japan. So I got this one up here for you, man. Caught in Taiwan, possibly invasive. Any idea what it is? Anyone?
That's a hedge popper Nabanubi. That's a that.
Right.
So it kind of looks like a golden shiner.
Kinda. Real narrow head though. I don't know. I have no clue.
I'll tell you what it is. It's a beautiful bait.
Yeah. Either way, it's probably some rare protected species that you're gonna throw on a hook and throw it as bait. That'd be my luck.
Yeah, check your local laws.
Yeah.
Oh. It does look like some kind of shiner, yeah.
I was thinking that, but yeah, I don't know the first thing about freshwater, so.
Bait.
But
That's a good answer.
Yeah, put that thing on a hook.
Yeah, especially if it's invasive.
On that note, guys, too, that is our questions. Sorry we didn't have like more answers, but then again, some of that stuff can be kind of hard to answer from time to time. On that note, it is time for our photos of the week, brought to you by the Premier Fishing and Hunting Discord server. Link in the video description below. If you are not a member of the Discord server, come and join us. We have a lot of fun. There is a whole lot more pictures and everything else happening down over there than I was physically able to pack into this week's stuff. Thank you to everybody who did post. We had a great week.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, so right off the bat, just some really pretty pictures of just the outdoors in general. There was a lot of people that got outdoors. Pickle, of course, always comes back with some great stuff up there. Dark Soldier. Man, I had your name on there. My apologies. That's him up in the top left corner. He's got some beautiful sunset shots. Grant, of course, the pond. You're speaking my language because I'm a frog guy.
Need to see more, Grant.
Yeah. And the coconut with a gorgeous sunset.
That is gorgeous because look at that mist over the water in there. It's not just the sunset. That's a beautiful picture.
Yeah, where's that at?
I am not sure. Coconut is new, and that was the only thing that they had to post. Didn't get a whole lot of information on that.
That is pretty.
But it is pretty. And of course, a lot of fishing going on. So next to that that mystery shiner that Wild Japan got, went out and did a ton of fishing, and we're going to be looking at some other stuff in just a moment, but he got himself a tilapia, that bitterling, a Taiwanese bitterling, which is just, to me, looks like an awesome little fish, and then a couple of those little carp. Is that what that is?
That's what they look like, some type of carp. Or a big golden shiner or something.
KC 2.0 is rocking them 2 and 3 pound bass. He had a ton of stuff. Pickle, of course, more gorgeous shots of the stream. Wendy's got himself some cats, and then Gatito went out there a couple of different times. He's from Australia. He's a little bit newer, but he was tearing it up on the yellow perch all week.
Wow.
And he was excited about it too. I loved his enthusiasm and energy.
Huh. Nice. Javin barb. I don't even know what that meant.
Yeah, wasn't that like different kind of? I wasn't sure what you were talking about, Wild Japan, but you were different kinds of hooks or something that you were using, different kind of barbs on the hooks. Is that what you meant? I wasn't sure what you were referring to.
Yeah, there's fish with there's a tiger barb and
right.
Oh, that's a species. I thought you were talking about the style of fishing you were doing.
Oh, Fireman got a big flathead. It looks like PT does some kind of big cat. Can't tell what it is.
Yeah, that couple of big cats there for sure.
Big old redfish.
Mm-hmm. Right off the dock behind his house.
All right, Bagnan, that's a great fish with scribbling on the face. I don't know, man.
I know. I got to tell you. We want to be respectful of you, and that is a beautiful shot. That is a gorgeous snook. I got to say, the scribbled face, that took you out of competition. And I understand and I respect that. Totally fine with that. If you just want it cropped, that's totally cool. You can still be in the competition, but out of respect for your privacy, can't put you in the competition on that one. So for anybody who's curious about that, that's why. Otherwise, that is a gorgeous fish.
Yeah, nice.
And a heck of a catch.
Wow.
Yeah, Wild Japan. This is his trip through Taiwan that he's doing. I missed it earlier. Are you still running through that trip now? All kinds. He has been documenting the whole thing in the Discord server. It's been a gorgeous run. just every day, new and more beautiful photos of all of the scenery, of the wildlife. They got these 3 tiny deer you can see up in the top right corner that are just like adorable, and I bet they taste amazing too.
Monkeys, he got everything in there.
Yeah.
Oh, today is his last day in Taiwan. Enjoy it. Keep the pictures coming. If you can, get all you can. I could not even come close to fitting all of his amazing pictures in here.
Yeah, that's amazing. Beautiful country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. Next up, Ben, who we were giving you a hard time earlier. You missed out on that, buddy, and you're not in here tonight. You can't defend yourself. He had a great one out there. I think that's probably that's one of those power plant lakes. I'm sure. Got himself a catfish, and Karen got herself a couple of nice little reds.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Kudos to you guys on a good trip and enjoying your weekend, getting outside.
Definitely.
Anytime he's out there doing that, I'm hoping he's filming a vlog instead of making all these shorts to step on our toes for the live streams we need to be doing.
He just posted a short, and I forgot.
He did.
Life me what it's about.
I got it right here. It was about something that I was sitting there thinking, like, oh, you know, we could talk about that. We might want to collaborate on that idea. It was about the shaping the future of Texas parks.
Yeah, they're looking for input. That's right.
So great time out on the water there. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Oh yeah. Then there was that one.
Oh, how'd that get in there?
Yeah, that I just happened to have it. If Ben is showing, I just had to like go in there. If him and Karen are showing up their reds, I just had to have mine pop in there.
So what is that one about? 20 inches?
What? No way. That was a full 40. And I made sure to have the fisheye lens on the camera so it looks a solid 45.
It looks huge.
He was cuddling. Look at that head cuddling my chest. I'm a big guy. He had a big head.
That's a big fish.
It is that time. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do not mind, please give us a hand. We need to know who is going to be the winner this week and is going to be joining us on the 2023 Photographer of the Week Wall of Fame. Last week, of course, was Killer Panda's girlfriend with that nice little pike. Who is going to be next up this week to be added to the wall? Please cast your vote in the chat now and let us know. Oops, sorry. Let me get that off there.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, it is a tough one. There's a lot of smiles, a lot of excited people in the chat. I could easily vote for any one of these guys because of how just exuberant everybody was when they were talking about their pics that they posted.
All Japan says the little deer does taste good.
Oh, they do eat them. Okay, yeah, I would imagine so.
So Gatillo is down in Australia?
Yep.
We haven't had anybody from Australia win this, have we?
G-Llama's from Australia.
Oh, shit. Then we have.
He is our resident Australian up until Gatito now. But G-Llama, Dalai Lama in the chat there is also like our tackle guy in the server. He's the one that can answer all the questions about that.
I'm going for A anyways. Got the whole person in it. Nice fish that I haven't caught ever. We go fishing, just won it.
Yeah, you're right about that.
August, the head's off of there. I like the dog in the picture.
I do too. I'm gonna say KC 2.0.
I like that one too.
Rocking the solid bass, those glasses, that smile on top of the name KC 2.0. I can't lie. That is the coolest photo we have had entered so far in the entire year.
Ooh, I don't know about all of that.
Coolest. You've not seen a cooler person on that board.
That is a good one. Wow, I'm the only one that voted for A. Wow.
I like Gatito. I want to see if I'm pronouncing that even right. I want to see Gatito walk away with one. I want to see him on the board. He's a good guy. And Karen, you got a fish that is absolutely, Karen and August, you guys absolutely got fish that warrant being on the Wall of Fame. Everybody here could be on there, and we'd be totally happy with that.
Yeah.
But nobody's going to look cooler on that board than KC 2.0.
Not even Stanley Orchard?
Not even Stanley Orchard. That's why I couldn't even get myself into the competition this week.
That big old redfish might have got you all up in there.
My uncle went out. They were doing some work on his friend's flatboat, so they went out after redfish all weekend. And then I got to post that bull red. That made my day, being able to do that.
Let's quiet it down. It looks like the voting is pretty much.
It's down. Does anybody else? You got 30 seconds. Anybody else got anything they want to add to this before we announce a winner? While we're waiting that 30 seconds, gentlemen, what have we got coming up for everybody this weekend? What are we going to be doing? I know we're running over time here. What do we got? What can we expect to see?
Grant, what are you doing?
I'm going to attempt to make a garden video. I did get some more stuff planted, and I'm going to attempt to go fishing.
That's what I want to see.
Yep, exactly.
I'm going to, weather permitting, work on the boat. Actually, I am cooking a big brisket this weekend. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll do some kind of short messing around with the brisket. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, I like that. Maybe do a live stream. Maybe team up on a little live stream for a little cooking.
Maybe.
Something we need to experiment with.
I mean, I'd like to see a how to cook a brisket video myself. But
That's a good one. That's the tough thing is for every how to there's a whole bunch of different people doing it different ways. But yeah.
True.
Oh, that's a good one. My way's the best way, anyways.
What's up, Pond Predator? You coming right in at the end here?
Jumping in late, smelting is awesome. I agree.
I'm going to be out there on Padre Island enjoying some absolutely gorgeous weather. Hope I can get in a few more of them big redfish. On that note, I think we got ourselves a winner. Congratulations to We Go Fishing. Karen, you're walking away with another one this week. Congratulations. You got yourself solo on the board now. We got Ben and Karen on the board. Congratulations. Thank you so much for participating in that, being members of the Discord server, posting your pictures. We really enjoy that, guys.
Yep.
Yeah. And that picture is going to be a wonderful addition to the board. We thank you for that. Keep them coming. And everybody in the chat, you guys, this is your weekend. It's going to be a beautiful spring day, except for the guys who it's not. Get out there and enjoy yourselves. Get your pictures. Go have some fun time out on the water. Go do your thing. Get out there. Go touch grass. Yeah, go get a redfish.
Next week.
You're going to be at your channel?
Yeah. So we'll be able to share it on all channels.
Oh, yeah, because we'll figure that out. We'll get something going. We got anything else before I shut this down, guys?
have a great week. Happy Easter.
Yep. Both of those things.
Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us. Apologize for going over on the time. Always enjoy it. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. Have a wonderful weekend. Go enjoy yourselves.
Peace out.